This is a story about me buying a tuk-tuk and driving it across a foreign country I knew absolutely nothing about. All because of my never-ending thirst for constantly being outside of my comfort zone.
We've probably got about an hour of sunlight left.
Let's back things up a bit though. Ever since I can remember, I've always dreamed about being independent. Breaking free from the handcuffs that I thought school had on me, and fantasizing about leaving the small town that I grew up. Just figuring it out and being as far away from my comfort zone as possible. And that is exactly what I did. My whole life leading up until this point has been spent traveling around the world to loads of different countries, meeting new people, experiencing new and different cultures, trying really strange foods, and of course, working a lot of jobs that I really didn't like just to save up money so I could continue to be outside my comfort zone and do all of these things that I love. But what I didn't really realize was that I might not have actually been outside my comfort zone. That brings us to today, where my partner and I have been working and traveling around the world for the last year and a half. There have been plenty of ups and downs, but of course we've created so many amazing memories together. We've seen a lot of the places we always dreamed of visiting, tried a lot of new strange foods, met a lot of amazing people and friends, and overall we've been able to live out our lives the way we've always wanted to. For whatever reason though, things started to kind of lose their spark. I stopped getting super excited to visit our next city or country. I found myself in a cycle of working most days at our Airbnb in one city, only to move to another city a week later to do the exact same thing. The question of where should we go next started to become a lot more of a burden instead of what it should have been, which was a really exciting new adventure. Luckily, my friend had a plan to fix this. My buddy Michiel texted me saying, "Hey, new adventure idea. Why don't we buy 2 tuk-tuks and drive them to Cusco?" And of course my response was, hell yes. We met up in the city of Juarez, bursting with excitement for the first time in weeks. We scoured Facebook Marketplace for 2 tuk-tuks under $1,500, found some sellers, did all the paperwork, and bought ourselves 2 Peruvian tuk-tuks. We had 1 month to make it 1,500 kilometers across the Peruvian Andes in these magical little machines. Our main goal was to arrive in Cusco just in time for the winter solstice, one of Peru's biggest festivals. I could feel it in my bones. I was finally back outside my comfort zone, and I was so ready to hit the road on this new adventure. The first few days of our spontaneous and crazy adventure didn't quite go as planned.
I thought the spring would have been gone. We lost the screw.
So we are on the top of a mountain with 1 broken down tuk-tuk.
Our brake came off.
We had genuinely no idea what we were doing, and it seemed like every day on the road something went wrong. But being in these situations is what made it so enjoyable. I never felt fully in control of the situation, and every time I looked behind me in the mirrors of the tuk-tuk, I could see my comfort zone further and further away off in the distance. At the end of each long driving day, we would arrive in a new city or town, tired but excited to explore. We'd go out and meet new people and find the cheapest, most interesting local meal we could get our hands on. This was finally the feeling, the emotions and the excitement I'd been craving. Just wandering around in the complete unknown. As we progressed into weeks 2 and 3, we really started to get the hang of driving these roads. But that didn't make things any easier. We had made our way extremely high up into the mountains, reaching altitudes of over 4,000 meters above sea level, and actually visiting the highest city in the entire world. To say that these machines weren't designed to operate at these altitudes would be an understatement. But we continued on, witnessing some of the most incredible landscapes I've ever seen in my life. We also got to spend a lot of time with alpacas, or llamas as my friend Inska likes to call them.
The llamas are all together.
You and your fucking llamas.
It was at this point I started to view our whole journey from a bit more of a macro perspective. I started to realize how comfortable I was feeling doing all of this. This was the point I had sort of a light bulb moment go off in my noggin. Was I really outside of my comfort zone? Or was I actually sitting nice and cozy right in the middle of it? If you don't confess that your comfort zone allows you to feel secure about who you are and confident in what you are doing, you will never be satisfied, never content in what you have. Only after discovering and witnessing the raw beauty of Peru with people I care about, did I realize that this entire trip was not a craving for me to get outside of my comfort zone, but actually my body telling me I needed to get back into it. Doing this, making this video, was where my anxiety and my bad feelings were hiding. It was the pressure I'd been mounting on myself to create amazing content and create a viable source of income for myself so I could continue to do the things that I love and make a career out of this. Traveling to amazing foreign lands in a strange vehicle, interacting in different languages and eating new foods. This is where I feel like my most authentic self. Living this way is what feels the most natural and effortless to me. And if there's any sort of overarching message I'm trying to get across in this video, it's that sometimes exactly what you need is to be placed right in your comfort zone. Take a look within yourself, explore the things that fill you with happiness and joy, but also explore the things that fill you with uncertainty and anxiety and stress. If you do that, hopefully that means you don't have to drive a tuk-tuk across Peru for a month to figure it out. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one.